What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another real estate video. Today we're going to be talking about the hidden costs of buying a home. This is especially for the home buyers out there. It's your first time, or maybe it's been a long time since you last bought a house. So let's go ahead and dive right into the biggest one, the down payment. There is some misunderstanding around the down payment. You'll hear you need a minimum of 5%. Yes, that's true, and it's just not a first-time home buyer perk. That is for everyone except the investors. Investors, you need at least 20% down to purchase a property. For everyone else, 5% is the minimum. However, another catch is that is only up to a $500,000 purchase price. Anything over $500,000 is minimum 5% plus 10%, depending on that amount. Over 500 up to 1 million. Anything over $1 million, you need 20% down no matter what. So for example, if you're buying an $800,000 property, you will need more than that 5% because it's over $500,000. What you will need as a down payment, bare minimum, is $55,000. And if you aren't putting at least 20% down, you will need mortgage default insurance. And this doesn't protect you as the homeowner, it protects the banks should you stop paying your mortgage. So keep that in mind. And what that is depends on how much you're putting down and the purchase price. It will be tacked on to your monthly mortgage payments, which is why it's important to have a mortgage agent by your side to help with you. That is one thing a lot of people forget about, is those CMHC mortgage default insurance fees. Next up is closing costs. So your legal fees, and the big one, the land transfer tax. Certainly something you don't want to forget about. Typically, the banks recommend you have another 1.5% of the purchase price in your bank account. We always recommend having 2 to 3% just for that extra buffer room. And of course, you need your normal savings on top of that as well. You definitely do not want to zero out when buying a home. And in fact, the banks and the lenders won't let you anyways. So legal fees, generally lawyers, you're going to find around $1,500 to $1,700 to complete the transaction. There's going to be title insurance on that. They may have extra and other fees on top of. So be sure to have that conversation with the lawyer to find out exactly what those fees are. The big one, like I mentioned, land transfer tax. So it's a percentage of the purchase price of the property. If you're buying anywhere in Ontario except Toronto, then you will pay the provincial land transfer tax. First-time homebuyers, you get a $4,000 rebate. If you buy in Toronto, well, then you have the provincial land transfer tax and the municipal land transfer tax. So you are paying double the land transfer tax in Toronto than anywhere else in the province. And if you're a first-time homebuyer buying in Toronto, well, you also get a bonus rebate for a total upwards of $8,475 off your land transfer tax when buying in Toronto. Another thing not to forget is your moving costs. Now, if you're just moving with friends and family, then, give them some lunch and some beer, and I'm sure most will be happy. However, if you're moving a long distance and need to hire a moving company, that adds up quickly. So remember to have that in your back pocket savings as well to cover your moving expenses. And last but not least is one of the biggest surprises that comes to a lot of buyers is the final adjustments. And these are handled by the lawyers. So let's say, for example, the seller of the property has prepaid the entire year of property taxes. Well, they're not going to be living there for the remainder of the year. So you as the buyer actually have to reimburse them the value of the property taxes for the remainder of the year. So something to keep in mind come closing day, we don't want any of those extra surprises. There's nothing like getting hit with a few $1,000s extra that you have to pay right then and there at the lawyer's office. So hopefully this helps. You should be better prepared when out there putting offers on property and knowing what the final numbers actually look like. Many buyers I talk to, they're simply worried about the down payment. So there you have it. Hope it helps for any of you doing your research right now on the costs associated with buying a home. And that way there's no surprises when the time comes to close on a property. Thank you so much for watching. Any more questions, leave a comment below, reach out to me directly. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family who may also be interested in buying a home. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video.